Hello everyone and welcome to the next update here at Five Elms. All I've done really so far, I had to replace a few bits of this overpass. Had some plastic that was doing the same thing as it was there, bubbling up. While I was there, put the capping on, and I thought I'd carry on the theme of this. I quite like that there, I think that looks nice. So I've just carried on with the theme of that there. It just separates it up into separate panels, I quite like it. So I think I have got my airbrush. I'll show it to you actually. So I have got the airbrush and the compressor and the rail match paints. And I've got this little, this has got like a heavy base on it, so you can use it to clean it and as a stand. But I'm not ready to airbrush yet, and I'm certainly not going to rush into it. What I have done is done some ballasting down here. I'm just going to wait for that to dry, and I don't care if I do 10, 20 of them. I just don't care. I want it to look right. So I'm going to practice with these are acrylic rail match paints, sleeper grime, etc. I just got these because I didn't know any better. I've also, in my stash of paints that I didn't realise, I've got an enamel version. So I'm going to use both, just see what they're like. I'm not going to do it on the layout to start with. As I say, I'm going to mess about on there. It's perfect, isn't it, really, to practice with the airbrush and see what it looks like. Try different things before I start doing it on the actual layout. So I've got a day off tomorrow, so I'm going to spend a bit of time up here just doing silly jobs. I'm going to paint this side. I haven't got this plastic edging for the other side, so I need to go and get that. But just take my time really. I'm really not rushing this at all. Probably get that brick wall done. I've got some more painting on there to do. Just little jobs that we all know are very, very time consuming, but they still need to be done good and properly. I've got a couple of new additions. Got this wind off train, which looks quite nice, running through the scenery. Also I've got, I think it's a class 101. Remember, I'm not up with my classes, but it's a Hornby one, which is quite cheap. It's only 60 quid. It's coming through now. So I've got that, which is quite nice with the yellow ends. I thought that was good. As I say, like 60 quid. And both of these trains, so this is one of the things I like about this layout, these two lines are both analogue. So at the moment there's no chip in either of these, they're just running in, and then when I'm ready I can put a chip in and move them down to the main part of the layout. So let's get on with it. I don't know what I'm going to try and get done in this update. I think I'll just carry on until I'm bored, or I think I've got enough for a decent update. So yeah, let's start with the bridge, and I'll keep you updated. So I've had a day off work today, and I've been working up here sort of on and off throughout the day. I haven't got a huge amount done, but the dry brushing to do, you know, to try and do your best takes time. If you rush it, you end up with the colours merging. So I've done this bridge a little bit dirtier across where the trains are running, and then now I've finished all of the platform sides as well. Done them quite grimy down there, across there. That'll all be merged in with the airbrush anyway, but all the platforms are done now. I won't be keeping that station. I'm not even sure what station I'm going to have. I do like that, but I don't really want a card kit. I'm also thinking about having the Peco station canopy across the whole thing, or almost the whole thing, both tracks covered, or both sections of tracks covered. Quite fancy that, so I need to measure up and see whether it goes across 3 tracks. But I'm definitely interested in having that actually. I think that'll have a nice train set look to it, if you know what I mean. I think, you know, once I've carry on doing the detail and then put the canopy on top, part of me thinks, oh, it's going to hide all that detail, but then when you come down, you know, it's going to be fantastic looking through it. So I'm not sure. I have got loads of these that I brought, but I can always stick them back on eBay. But I am interested in the Peco station canopy. But this is all quite nice. I like that, and I think it was a good idea making the extra effort to match this. Just looks a little bit better. Also I've got a rust up the girder that was below it as well. I'm going to go for a heavy rust, like I've done on the bottom there. But it's all coming on, it's nice and slow, but that's the way I like it, to be honest with you. Right, let's carry on. Right, so I've been thinking about it for a few days, and I've decided to go for this Peco overall roof, but 18 quid from Hatton's. Got 2 packs. I'm not going to build it in lengthways. Reason being, where I've got 3 tracks, it'd just be a little bit on the... It would go, it's just I'd like it to be a little bit wider. And I don't like sort of uniform lines. I like things cutting across in all sorts of different ways, you know, like these, you know, the way these platform edges. I don't like square lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to model it going across like this. Now it's not an original idea, it's actually on the back. That's what I want, something like that. I think that'd look fantastic, especially when you... I mean, part of me thinks, well, I'm going to cover up all the detail, but it almost encourages you to sort of get down and look below. And I think it's going to look really nice. I'm going to spray it the red oxide and then rust it all out. I've got something about rust, I think. I love the rusty look. So it's all going to be rusty. I might put some corrugated sheets on this section across the top. I'm going to try and do it. I mean, I'm not a scratch builder by any stretch of the imagination, but I want to try and make it look a little bit more individual. So yeah, I'm going to build that over the weekend, spray it up, see what it looks like. So here we go. So I started spraying the red oxide primer, and one thing I'm going to do, just to try and individualise it a little bit, I think the glazing just looks a little bit weird just with this this straight bit. It's almost like that supporting bit in between each pane of glass is made of glass, and that just doesn't look realistic. It makes it look like a bit of a Hornby kit. So what I'm going to do is, you see how much glass I've got to do, I'm going to mask it up with the Tamiya masking tape, and end up with that, which is a lovely crisp lime. And it then looks like it's going to be matching, and I just think it's going to look better. It's going to give it more of an individual look. It's not immediately going to look like a Peco kit in black with just the glazing. It's going to look a little bit different. That's all I want. Don't want nothing too major from it. I just want it to look a little bit different. So wish me luck, because I've got absolutely loads to do. It's a nice little job. I mean, you know, this is raised up anyway, so it's easy to butt the masking tape up against it, and I've got a film on, and just working my way through it. Oh dear, this is taking ages. Right, after many hours of starting to come together now, and I'm really pleased with making the effort to do the glass. I think it has actually added something to it, because otherwise you just wouldn't see these lines. It would just be massive planes of glass with glass sort of inserts. So really happy with it. Got a lot of work to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build the second one. I was going to put them together, but I'm going to build them separately. One, it's going to make it easier because I've still got a lot of in and out to do with the ballasting and all the rest of it. Two, it means that I can stagger the next one back, and again I keep away from that sort of symmetrical look then. I think it just look better that way, and I can take them out individually. I won't be fixing them down, so if I've got any track problems or anything, I can still get to it. But it's going to look good. I'm not sure yet what colour I'm going to do the poles, the supports, but we'll come to that, and I will be putting rust and stuff on there. But I think with the contrast of my colours as well, I think that's going to look really nice. So let's carry on. So that's the first one finished. I've only masked a bit of masking tape for the posts because they're difficult to get standing. I'm not ready to glue it yet, but that's the first one done. I haven't put the side window in yet. I'm just spraying that at the moment, but it gives a nice impressive look to the station. I think it's going to be great when you're doing running videos all like this, and it's obviously going to be, I think in the end I'll have one there, I think it'd be 6, 2 4 and 6, maybe even 8. It's going to take me ages to do, but you know, you can imagine running videos all through there. And I think what I might do is as well, just have the odd sheet done in corrugated iron as if it's been repaired, maybe the whole strip on one of them, as if the leaks, you know, the leaking and all that over the years, because this will be all rusted up as well. It looks fairly new at the moment, but it will be rusted up. But I think I'll have the odd window on all of them done with a corrugated sheet, but we'll see. But yeah, it's going to take me ages, I know that, but when it's all looking across there, I think it's going to be worth the work. So I shall get on with it. So I'm getting through it now. It is a very, very time consuming job, but I enjoy doing it, and I think it's all for the good of the layout. In between, while I was waiting for things to dry, I've just given the first coat of green to all the hills, which has really made this area come alive now. I mean, it's only a very first scatter, but now we're starting to see, you know, proper scenery now. Still got all the plaster cloth rocks to stain and everything. I'll show you from sort of back there. It's starting to look really nice now. So I'm going to carry on with these. I'm also, as I said earlier, going to build some kind of frame, some sort of ironwork frame in there to make it so it isn't a hollow structure. And I'll be showing you that in a minute because I've got one done. So it's great, but I'll show you as I go along. But it's all very time consuming, so this update is for me going to seem not, you know, like there isn't a lot actually done, but a lot of work has gone into this. So I'm going to carry on. Right, as I mentioned earlier, I want some kind of girder system. I don't want it to be like a hollow construction, so I've got some balsa wood. It's working out quite dear to price them up with evergreen strips, so I've got some balsa wood and just cut around there, sprayed it silver. These little strips are evergreen strips. They're 144. I'm just making some kind of metal construction, really. You're not going to see it from this angle, you're going to see it from the other angle. So you're not going to see the where it joins on the wood. So I'm slowly working through that. Like I say, I'm going to have some sort of corrugated. I don't want all the top to be perfect. It's going to be some sort of corrugated patches. I think I'm going to have, as if the roof has been repaired and over the years. As I said to you earlier, this is quite probably one of the most boring jobs I've done on the layout so far. But then I've only really started truly modelling over the last few months, so I suppose I'm going to get a lot of this to keep my interest. I've done the first stain or wash over of these rocks. So I think, you know, that's just the first stain. Once I get all the weeds and grass, that'll look quite nice. I've done it up there as well, so it's all starting to come together now. It's really nice, or I think it's really nice just to come up here and see it as it is. So I'm going to carry on and see what's next. So I carried on with the same sort of idea. I think it's come up really well. It does actually look like proper construction. And like I was saying earlier, I wanted some parts where they've been repaired over the years, so just in these sort of random patches put the rusty corrugated sheets. I quite like that. It looks like it's, you know, it's a proper model. I know probably prototypical is not right, but I'm not really worried about that. It looks nice, and as you're looking in through the glass, it gives just a small detail. It's nothing that's going to jump out on you. It's the sort of thing where if you were standing here looking at the layout, you might not spot that at first. Then you know, you have a closer look as the train goes through the station. You think, oh, what's all that? And then you sort of bend down and have a look. So I'm going to put that up now with the rest of them and keep that theme throughout. Nearly done this section. It feels like it's taken absolutely ages, which it has, but I've been quite busy lately at work and different things, so it's become not just a hobby. Every couple of days spend an hour or so up here, but that's alright. That's what it's meant to be. It doesn't all have to be done yesterday, but I'm really happy with that. I mean, considering that started life as the standard Peco, what's it called, overall panel. I think that now looks quite nice. I've just put these on with Pritt Stick at the moment. It dries quite nice. I mean, I might even leave it with Pritt Stick, but you know, if you knock it, it's not going to break, it's just going to come off. Don't know what colour to do them. I think for now I'll just leave them the creamy colour, maybe grime them up a bit. But I'll try and do the rest very quickly, and I'll show you them all in position. So I've put all the canopies in place now, and as you can see, it all looks nice. I've put one in front of the station as well. Now, I will be keeping this Metcalf, not this one, but I will get another one. This is old now and I've ripped it apart a couple of times. So I will be keeping the Metcalf one. I like it. I think it looks alright. Yeah, I know it's cardboard, but I definitely haven't got the skills to be scratch building something like that. And with these canopies there, it covers most of it up anyway. I can put some advertising boards here, weather it up a little bit. I think it looks alright. Now, what I've done here, it isn't the best scenario. I've done some sort of almost as if they're running boards in between, and what I'm going to do is that's going to enable me to, from this end down here, bring some wires up and put the lighting all hidden under there. So when you look down, you're not going to see any wires. So the alternative is just to leave it bare. Oh God, everything's falling apart. Leave it bare anyway. I think it looks better with something in between, and at least that way I can hide the all the wires. But it all looks nice down there, and obviously under there you've got all the ironwork. And as I said to you in one of the videos, it is a very, very subtle detail, but it's a nice detail to have. It's not one that jumps out at you. Done it in the front there as well. The other thing that I've done just up here over the last couple of days is this fence. Now what I've done is I've put 2 holes in a matchstick, just stained the matchstick with some burnt umber actually, and then put this really thin wire through, which I got from the pound shop years ago, and just fed it all the way through. Them trees won't be staying there, but it was a lovely moment for me just to put a tree in. Because the realism that a tree brings to the layout is quite unreal actually. But I wanted a fence that would follow the contours and stay upright, if you know what I mean by that. And this was the best way. I couldn't find one, so I thought I'd do my own. It comes all the way down there. I'm going to experiment there of just maybe coming off and doing some hand painting and make it look as if it's a bit of a background, but I'll do that in a future update. Again, across there. Again, the tree might not be staying there, but it looks nice for now. Quite like the angle as well, as if it's, you know, I love angles in my layout. I don't want anything to be symmetrical. But there's the station. Now, theoretically, I should really have more, but what I thought to myself is I can have seating and lights going all the way along here. I think I've got a visitor. Hello, mate. Come on up, son. You're on video, mate. Say hello.
Hello.
Alright, you're on the update. Come on up, mate. Be careful. So what I'm thinking is that I can actually make the station in a funny kind of way feel actually bigger than it is. This is only like 5-foot platforms. So in having a few canopies and the rest all lit up, I think it will actually make the platforms look longer than they are, and that's what this whole thing is about, isn't it? Illusion, really. So what I'm going to do is upload this for you, just to let you know what I've been doing. I'm sure I showed you this anyway, but that's only the first covering. I haven't really done anything else to that. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. I think it's time to get the airbrush out really, so I can finalise all this and get it all bolted down for good. But I like it. I'd be interested to know what you think. I mean, I was tempted halfway through to upload it and ask what people think, but then I thought, well, I like it. I do like it, and I do like the metalwork that I've come up with. Yeah, it took a long time to mask off. I really do think it's better than just the black standard, and I think the glass really makes it as well, these stripes in the glass. But again, you'll have to let me know what you think. Right, so I'm going to upload it now. Anything you want to say, Max? When's your birthday, mate?
8 more days.
8 more days, and we're counting, aren't we? How old are you going to be?
6.
So you held up 5. 6, yeah?
I'm holding.
Alright, say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
Right, I'm going to upload it now, and let me know what you think. Look forward to speaking to you next time.